extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Buccaneers 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing on first down is Brady. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Check Michael Allen. Hey, keep it. Hey. 72. Hey, check Alpha.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Hey, Alabama. Reload.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 14. Buccaneers.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On play action, now Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended target.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check 45. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
And to give this time to the tailback. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
He's going to go up top for the end, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, let's go. Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Shadow.
On play action, it's Brady. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. Murray now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Andy Isabella was the intended target. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
This is Jones. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Dancing to his left. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll go again to Jones. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
No, 66.
Check Michael Allen, check Michael.
Hey, seam 6.
Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Hey, check.
Regular.
Check Michael Allen. Hey, pick you.
72.
To throw on 3rd down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, look, threat. He's coming.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
Sugar.
Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Here we go, D.
Regular.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.